Thank you very much. First of all, thank you for providing the opportunity. I just want to put a simile first that when I was listening to my esteemed speakers before, phenomenal products using data, AI, network, cloud, and so on and so forth. I always think about the fact that we never think about our hearts till we are 45 and beyond, and by that time, it's too late at times. If in the next 8 to 9 minutes, if I'm able to at least imbibe a thought in all of these innovative companies, that please take care of your heart while you're building the systems, you're building the solutions, you're using the infrastructure, I think I would have at least made an attempt of what IBM is trying to achieve as its goal towards sustainability. If we take it from the IT perspective, we always talk about you heard about the you heard about the phenomenal products using education, including medical science and so on and so forth. But they use a lot of compute and a lot of energy. And there's a lot of similar figure what we say. We spend a lot in suits and ties and so on and so forth. But you see on the back end, it all consumes a lot of power, which is around servers, which is around data centers. There is very, very, very little research done at that space beyond what we hear as green data centers. So I'm not going to talk about green data centers because that's something we anyway do for a living, but I'm going to go inside a data center as to how each of these innovative companies, when you're building your products, just think about sustainability as a non-functional requirement. We, as IT, I've been in this business for now 25 years, I have never built a solution when we grew up thinking that sustainability is a requirement. The next question comes in our mind is, why do I need to be careful about sustainability when I'm building, let's say, an AI solution or the education solution or the healthcare solution? If we look at the numbers here, up to 3%, and it depends on which data, the sources of the data is at the bottom, but this is not exactly IBM data, I'm speaking from third-party sources, but the question is, it does not matter. 3% of world's data is going to get consumed from data centers. If you look at the next data, up to 2025, this number will go to 10% of all electricity we consume across the globe. And if you look at the utilization of a data center, it's only 30%. So imagine 10% of world's of power this data center will consume, and the efficiency of this data center is 30%. Take a guess, when it is not doing anything, when a data center is not doing anything, how much power does it consume? Anywhere between 30 to 40% of the maximum power it is still consuming when you are not doing anything on the data center. So imagine the quantum of impact we in this organization, we in this small room itself can make by making our products much more sustainable so that they consume less power and less energy. The next step comes is how you, as the CEO, CXO, CEO, can really make a difference. The cultural shift is all what we as an IT organization are requesting from all of you here. So simply put, there are only 5 things you need to take care of. And beyond the 5 things, call us. But anyway, so look at it from 5 very simple perspectives. There's no technology. I'm not going to talk about huge technical terms. First thing is compute. A very simple example of compute is when can you look at your servers which you are using, your computers which you are using, and you're not replacing, which are there for 20 years, and replace it with something which probably is going to consume almost somewhere between 70 to 80% less power. Please go ahead and do your small job of, there is much beyond these compute power. We from IT can design your systems in a way that they itself by design, they consume less power. So first is your hardware part, and then we can configure the hardware with your support to make sure that they consume less power. The second thing is around network. Every time when you are setting up a servers for your company itself, and I can give you a link, you can look at the dirtiness of your servers, of your websites. Are you doing from, say this, your website is in India and somebody logs in from US, is it doing 5 hops and using more network power? Think about it. There are easy technical solutions to solve that problem of consuming less network power. Similarly for storage, a simple example for storage. Simple example, if you're not using your data for a quarter or 6 months, you're going to laugh at it, please put it on tape storage. We are going 50 years back. Yes, we are going 50 years back. But do not put it on a high-end mainframe and start consuming the MIPS of a mainframe and consuming power. Extremely simple things. Many of the CEOs, when you are building your products, let your teams know that they have to think sustainability when they're building your systems, when they're building your simple websites. You'll be surprised that every time you log into a website, how much energy you consume. You'll be it's anywhere, you look at your website, I'll send you the numbers, and you'll be surprised every time you log in. The last thing is infra and services, which is around procuring the power, which is more sustainable. For example, wind. So what you as a CEO can do, please go back to your providers, cloud providers, data providers, and ask them that, look, I don't want you to put my servers in a place where it is using coal energy. I want you to put my workloads, put my systems only in a place which is using wind energy. Force your systems, force your service providers to move your IT systems to places which is using more green power. Simple things to do. Not much which you can always move your systems to cloud and get 70 to 80% reduction in power. But beyond that, push your cloud providers, push us to move you into a more green sustainable power. The last thing is about services, which is around coolant, but that's technology, I'm going to skip that. But I just want to leave you that I did not speak one technology term. I did not speak about systems or networks or clouds and so on. Please tell your teams to think across these 5 simple things when they design your systems. What are we hearing from our clients? We are hearing from our clients is 3 things. Clients are saying, give us actionable insights. Don't come back and tell me that your data center is consuming or generating 5 metric tons of CO2. Duh. What do? You expect me to shut down the data center? Thank you very much. Doesn't help. So, when as a CEO or CEO, when you are asking your service providers to provide you data, ask them that give me an insight where I can say that this application or this server or this machine is generating more power so that I can do something about it. Don't please give us gyan about data centers and cloud from Google. Doesn't help. The second thing we spoke about is end-to-end solution. All of the companies, as we grow, you will be committing for an ESG goal. Your servers, your IT is one part of it. For banking, for example, it is extremely big. But if you go to airlines, IT is not big for what you consume as compared to the fuel you consume. And that's the industry layer, what I'm talking about. That there's an industry lens to it. When we as a company go and look for sustainability in IT, it is very, very industry dependent. I just want to end with my last message to this group, and please spread it. And I hope there are people who look into it, that please, there's nothing big about it. The only change we request from this team is a cultural shift. Think sustainability when you are designing your systems, when you are buying your systems, when you are integrating your systems with a service provider and moving to a cloud. Just think about sustainability as an extra parameter. That's all is the ask for. Thank you very much.